On this edition of Native Report, we learn about the game of lacrosse at a summer camp in Fond du Lac. We see how an organic recycling facility benefits communities that use it, and we visit the beautiful land of Frog Bay Tribal National Park. We also learn something new about Indian country and hear from our elders on this Native Report.
Production of Native Report is made possible by grants from the Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux community and the Blandin Foundation.
Welcome to Native Report. I'm Stacy Thunder. Lacrosse is a team sport that was invented by our Native ancestors hundreds of years ago, and in recent years, it has grown in popularity. On the Fond du Lac Reservation in northern Minnesota, a summer camp teaches young people the basics of the game and skills that will stay with them for life.
Right around me. Everybody come on in.
On this summer day, rain fell from a gray sky as Lacrosse for Life camp participants are preparing for an afternoon scrimmage.
I've worked with the tribes throughout Minnesota and Wisconsin for the last 5.5 years, and I was privileged enough to be in a lot of backdoor meetings with tribal leadership, and the question kept coming up. How do we prevent our kids from getting into gangs? How do we prevent our kids from getting on the drugs out there and prescription drugs? How do we get our kids to stay focused on our culture and our heritage? And I didn't have an answer years ago when I was the president of the Native American Law Enforcement Summit. We used to hold, before I was the president, we used to hold summer camps, educational summer camps. My partner Bill Blake, who had started the program some 5 or 6 years ago, passed away 3 years ago. And with his passing, we also lost that camp because of budgetary cutbacks from the backpack tutors who were the teachers that we were utilizing. So I thought there's got to be something that we can do to get these kids active in the summer, and there's got to be something we can do to get them taking pride in themselves, their culture, and their heritage. And I guess you could say a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and again. And somehow the creator helped me, and I came up with the idea of bringing lacrosse back to the states, or back to the great tribes of Minnesota and Wisconsin.
How we got involved was Chairwoman Diver sending me an email saying, hey, there's something going on here, maybe you might want to get involved, give them a call. And what we ended up doing, got his ideas, basically what they pitched to the tribal councils up there, and it was a pretty good fit with what me and Josh Baker were talking about at the Brooks Community Center. So it just spent 6 months of developing a sports program, or starting off with a camp. So that's how we got involved, was just the email from the chair, hey, don't pass up this opportunity, which I'm glad we didn't. We were very fortunate to get the University of Minnesota involved this year. They agreed. Actually, we signed a memo of agreement here in April for a 5-year commitment from the university to donate youth lodging at the Koke Forestry Center for the next 5 years. So right now, the Lacrosse for Life program we have another 4 years, 4 summers of planning. This year, the Minnesota Army National Guard, seen what we did last year. Minnesota Sworn pitched the idea to them last year, and they paid for the entire camp this year. The best thing about it is that we're keeping the costs away from the kids. We know that the kids that we're servicing here, they don't have a lot of money. Their families don't have a lot, so we're able to continue to offer a free camp to these kids.
The camp has 2 components. One is learning about the game and is literally hands-on, and the other focuses on classroom-type instruction.
Problem solving is breaking free from those old habits and identifying new ways to solve problems.
Some of the kids are, been here all 3 years. Some are real new to the game, so we go over the basics of the game and then kind of move into some of the more skilled things, and then by the end of the 4 days we'll get into an actual game. So we kind of just give them some skills and some tutelage on you know, basic skills. You know, this is the highlight of my summer coming up to this camp. You know, you get kids coming from seven different reservations, and they all come down and represent one Fond du Lac nation here, and just to see these kids, you know, come out of their shells a little bit and have fun. That's what it's all about. It's you know, it's a great camp, and just love being a part of it.
It's been a life-changing experience. Seeing kids from 7 different communities come together and you know, turn into one big family, and to see them. Some kids have never played lacrosse before, and now they're out here passing and catching, shooting on the net and scoring goals and scrimmages and stuff. So to see the development of the kids and, you know, the comfort level of the kids go through the roof is what's been the best for me.
We split them up in 2 groups. Group A is on the field, Group B is in there talking about diabetes or tobacco cessation or physical fitness. We just had a suicide here. A 22-year-old committed suicide about 2 weeks ago. In the area I grew up, and that was one of our main discussions. It was the first topic this year, is because it's not just our community that has these issues. It's all of our communities, and it's a good thing that these kids are talking about it, because they are talking about it. Yeah, I had an aunt that committed suicide. Yeah, I had my best friend commit suicide, and you can see the connections these guys are making through those classroom sessions.
The co-ed camp also caters to those who may have aged out of the program. These past participants have the opportunity to return as mentors to the younger ones.
The kids that aged out of the program from 2 years ago, from last year, we're bringing them back as junior staffers to keep them involved. And we have them doing a lot of the assisting with the coaching staff, assisting with me. Hey, can you guys go and talk to this kid? He's not getting involved, and we're seeing the value of those kids that were here the first year, the second year, and aged out of the program. We're seeing that those community leaders coming back and saying, hey, come on, I'll help you.
Last year was my first year. Was my only year of eligibility left for the camp. So Brian, our bear, brought me back as a junior counselor this year to help out, just to be a role model to the kids, a younger role model, teach them what I know, and to advance myself. Myself, I want to take back to the res, teach the younger generation, because I volunteer at a Boys and Girls Club back home a lot. We're starting lacrosse there. We started last year with lacrosse over there. Got the kids some beginner sticks and stuff like that. Gonna get them more involved, teach them more about the sport.
1, 2, 3, Lacrosse for Life!
Lacrosse for Life, which received recognition by First Lady Michelle Obama, offers these young people, some from as far away as Nevada, a chance to experience a sport they might not otherwise play.
Lacrosse hasn't been played in Minnesota for a number of years, with the exception of Prairie Island, and I liken it to a fire that was smoldering, and now we're trying to fan it back and get the flames back and bring life back into the game.
It's kind of a struggle to get Indian communities to come out of their comfort zones, their home communities. But what I see here, our numbers doubled from the first year. We had, 27 kids. This year we have 57 kids total, and representing, 8 reservations. So the program is growing, and it's amazing to watch these kids grow up and actually come back and take on that leadership role. That to me tells me that this program, they're getting something from the program.
Did you know lacrosse was developed by Native Americans as early as 1100 AD? Jesuits noted Indian tribes playing the game in the 1600s. In the traditional game played by Canadian First Nations, each team consisted of about 100 to 1,000 men on an enormous playing field. Games lasted from sunrise to sunset, and sometimes for 2 or 3 days. During the 20th century in the United States, lacrosse was a regional sport, played mainly on the East Coast. Today, lacrosse is the fastest growing sport in the Midwestern U.S. In modern field lacrosse, there are 10 players on each team, 3 attackers, 3 midfielders, 3 defenders, and a goalie. The field is 110 yards long, 60 yards wide, with goals 6 feet long and 6 feet wide. Another form of lacrosse is played on a hockey rink with 6 players on each team. For Native Americans, the game played a role in the spiritual life of tribes, and those who played did so as warriors. Lacrosse was sometimes referred to by Indian tribes as the Creator's game.
Next, the concept of recycling is a simple one: to treat or process used or waste materials and make them suitable for reuse. But there is much more that goes into the process, as we shall see at the organic recycling facility owned and operated by the Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux community. Owned and operated by the Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux community, the Organics Recycling Facility opened to the public in 2011.
We have a 25-acre fence facility on approximately 47 acres of trust property. And we're turning this into a soil amendment facility for compost, available for retail sale. In keeping with Dakota tradition and Indian values, to take care of Mother Earth, recycling and the way you treat Mother Earth, that's all part of it. To give a chance to put some of our waste together and contain our waste, and then turn it around and use it in a positive manner. In old tribal tradition, none of the no material was wasted in sacrificing for trees or in a buffalo hunt. Every part of the animal was used. You try to maintain that type of thinking when you do something like this. There's a huge capital output, but there's also got to be some return as well, and part of that has to do with making this as efficient as possible.
Local city governments and school districts may use the facility at no cost, while area vendors and commercial haulers pay a fee. Except for the 5 major holidays, it is open 5 days a week throughout the year.
The Prior Lake and Savage schools have added recycling efforts in a partnership with a lot of the local governments and community. We accept a lot of the waste products, a lot of the recycling for free. And in coinciding with our philosophy of reaching out to the local governments and helping to provide a service that can add to and enhance perhaps the area. A lot of our customers include residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural throughout the community.
Composting is breaking down organic matter, complex organic matter, into a simpler form so it can be used as a soil amendment.
What exactly is going on here?
Out here, well, we've got all the raw products for the compost are lined up out here. The yard waste and the hay bales are carbon. Basically, they're the same as wood fiber, it's cellulose. Then we've got organic material, there's grass, food waste, some other kinds of green organic material. You mix those up and they break down in the presence of oxygen to make compost. So you have to mix a nice recipe. And that's what they're doing. They're hauling it all down, running it through that grinder, and then they'll mix it into these windrows that you see right behind us here. They start on that end with the raw windrows, and as they get finished, we move them with a lateral conveyor in this direction. When they get down here, they're finished, and then we screen them. The coarse stuff goes back in the system. The fine stuff goes out for sale. The raw material, once we try to get it from these stockpiles into the windrows within a couple of weeks after receiving it, because it will start to compost in that pile. And then once it's in the windrow, it's about a 12-week process until it's finished. And when it's finished, it has very low mineral content, very high organics. It's a very organic, rich material, great for gardens. We get cucumbers that weren't quite good enough to get any pickles with, they come here. We get some waste through a vendor from Walmart and from Chipotle. And that's all source separated food organics. It gets mixed with this brown stuff and turned into compost. Keeps it out of the landfill, reduces greenhouse gases, saves money for the vendor and makes money for the tribe. So it's kind of a win-win all the way around.
The organic material is used in Wozupi, SMSC's own community garden. But there are other uses for it as well. This is all part of the overall philosophy reflecting cultural values.
We've developed an organic farm, and the Dakota word for that would be Wazupi, and that farm produces an organic food. In order to maintain that, it needs to use the compost that's made from a general raw organic material. We have an extensive landscaping program around our community, and we are able to not only use our waste materials and bring them down here, but we're also able to use it in a lot of those projects. Right now we're also using approximately 144 solar panels, and that provides, generates electricity not only for here, but we're able to provide more electricity onto the grid. The future possible developments are bagging and branding our own product for retail sale for compost. We also have this facility in conjunction with a wood drying process that we're making available to Coda Energy in partnership with Raw Malting here in Shakopee that produces a green energy, that wood processing, drying and mulching the wood for fuel to generate a turbine that will produce a green energy. So it all fits in with, you know, tradition, value, Mother Earth.
Bonjour and Nawe Maganidug. Hello, my relatives. Bangi etagon ni tao jabwem. Hidash nengaga gwejatun ji Ojibwe moyan. I only know a little bit of Ojibwe, but I'll try speaking Ojibwe. Jim Northrup ni an indigenous cause, Jaganashi Mung. My name in the English language is Jim Northrup. Chibanesi Indigo Ojibwe Mung. I'm called Chibanesi in Ojibwe. Makwanin Nindudem. My clan is Bear. Nagachiwanang Nin Ndunjaba. I'm from the Fond du Lac Reservation. Kwabai Iganing Nda. I live in the village of Sawyer. Ingi Ojibian Nijawebak Iskoniganing Minua Anishinabeg Akig. I write how it is on the reservation and in Indian country. I'm a product of the boarding school, so when I came back in the summers from the boarding school and I would try to use a phrase or say a phrase, the response I got was, you sound like a white man. And that's very discouraging to me, but it didn't stop me. It didn't stop me from trying to learn. And so ever since those days, some 65 years ago, I've been trying to learn Ojibwe, and I'm making great progress.
Frog Bay Tribal National Park is an incredible area with primordial forest and pristine sandy beaches on the southern shore of Lake Superior. It is also an area that has been historically important for the Red Cliff Band of Lake Superior Chippewa and is now protected as a result of a regional land trust organization, One Couple's Legacy, and the Red Cliff Band's desire to reclaim what was once theirs.
As waves off of Lake Superior gently break onto the sandy beach of Frog Bay Tribal National Park, a gathering officially opened Wisconsin's newest outdoor recreation area.
Growing up, there's a lot of places to, you know, this is just one area that's like this. We have, like a lot of the reservation is still undeveloped. In growing up, to actually be out there in the woods, hunting, fishing, you know, doing different things. And now I can pass it down to my son. You know, other families can do the same thing. I'm honored, you know, to actually be here.
To reclaim a piece of land, to protect and preserve that for the next millennium. I think it's wonderful that all our minds and the use of this land all seem to mesh together, and our thoughts, as well as the council and the Natural Resource Division, as well as the wishes of the owner and the conservancy group, that as stewards we will maintain it in a spiritual and cultural way.
It is through a collaborative effort by the band, the Bayfield Regional Conservancy, and previous owners David and Marjorie Johnson that made the park a reality, the first of its kind in the United States.
It wasn't too lengthy of a process, but long enough. The Johnson family that owned this property, he didn't want to give it up to anybody else, non-members, because he felt that it was to the tribes in the beginning. He never wanted to develop it, and he approached the Bayfield Regional Conservancy, and then they intended to come and approach the tribe, and it just happened to work out. This wouldn't have been possible if we did not have that relationship with the Conservancy. Red Cliff is a real poor community, and we just didn't have the means to write the grants and get the funds that we ended up being able to purchase this property. It was a dream come true. You could just look out, span out, you could see the islands, this pristine area. Some plans for this park, we want to have a little over 2 miles of natural trail. We'll have a little comfort station up at in the parking lot, and a lot of education on our medicinal plants, just what us as Native people used throughout history.
We hope to be able to have a identifying mark on each tree to give their biological name, the common name, and then the Ojibwe name, with a little story on what the use was for the tribal people at that time. And it's a wonderful place for education tool. And I think that's one of the benefits that I see that can occur here.
With the day's celebration over, the quiet of the forest was broken by the occasional hiker along the trail. And that is how Red Cliff tribal officials envisioned it.
This is the first tribally owned, like other tribes manage parks that are within their reservation that's tied to National Park Service. But this is Red Cliff's very own. It's demonstrating our sovereignty. We are a sovereign nation here in Red Cliff, and this is a pretty big deal to actually say we have a national park here on pretty much the most northern tip of Wisconsin. Now our whole tribal community, other tribal members, non-members can come and walk on this pristine beach, walk in this old forest, gather medicines, hunt, come down here and fish. I mean, that means the world. I mean, that's just our life.
Walking down the trail, and seeing that lake for the first time is just like our ancestors seen it a long time ago too. We're seeing what they see, it's a wonderful place to live. You know, and our ancestors, they came here, you know, we were placed here, Creator put us here. And we're just, you know, living this, you know, living the dream that they had.
For more information about Native Report or the stories we've covered, look for us at nativereport.org and Facebook. Thank you for spending time with us here on Native Report. I'm Stacy Thunder. We'll see you next time.
Stacy Thunder is a member of and legal counsel for the Red Lake Nation, and Ted Johnson is a member of the Boys Fort Band of Chippewa and is chair for the American Indian Studies Department on the campus of the University of Minnesota Duluth. Production of Native Report is made possible by grants from the Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux community and the Blandin Foundation.